Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features a very good rushing offense. The Bucs lead the league in rushing TDs, and they'll go up against the Jets, who will need to be stout up front.
All right, Larry, we are at a site that's played host to 2 Super Bowls, and that's Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New York Jets. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
You can script and diagram plays all you want, but no one really envisions something like that happening this early in the game. How about that run to get things started? Didn't he win NFC Player of the Week last week?
Yeah, he was on fire a week ago, and what a start to this one.
Yeah, no sign of him cooling down at all.
Buying time to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Now it's Martin. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Winston on 3rd and 2. Flush to his right. Open man has got it. It's complete. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. The play clock's running down. Winston now going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. Here's Winston. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Again, it's Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from LSU, Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Throwing is Manning. And incomplete to open things up.
Used to have a coach used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. It's complete to Jeremy Curley. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Throwing on first down is Manning. And he fires one that's intercepted. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now a run with Martin. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now Winston. And the ball is knocked out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Here's Matt Forte with his first carry. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage. I really liked what he did there.
Now a play fake. Manning. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. And nothing but daylight ahead. The 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
I don't think there's any doubt that that was not a very good throw by Eli. And, part of what happens is he's a little bit of a slinger. All right, he's going to throw it downfield and take his shots. And in this case, it backfired.
Worth noting, you remember 2007 against the Vikings, 3 pick sixes Manning had in that game, tied for the most in a game in NFL history.
But study his career. They've thrown the ball downfield a lot. That's where you'll accumulate a few more interceptions.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out now come the Jets. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They start on the ground with Forte. Now a flag comes in from the umpire after a gain of about 4. And this looks like it's going to be holding. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now Manning. And this one hauled in by Will Tye. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. To throw is Manning. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. And this offensive unit, they have to face a 3rd down and 12 now. Working from the gun, Manning. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs, so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Play clock winding down. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete. Looking to go back to Thomas again. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Howard. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Jameis again. He's going to fire one deep. Middle of... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Howard. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Throwing, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Now here's a timeout defensively. Defensive timeout called by the Jets. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. On 2nd down, Winston again. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. For a big guy, Jameis sure can move. Did a nice job there picking up the first down with his legs. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too. And you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And now out come the Jets. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. He was looking for Quincy Enunwa that time, and it's 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Manning will try again on 2nd down. He hits Jermaine Kearse. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. On first down, Manning. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. They've got a second down at 5 here to start things out. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. From midfield, here's Manning. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Justin Evans, the rookie from Texas A&M. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the games we circled coming into the season, the Patriots at the Broncos. These two certainly have played some memorable games in recent years.
They sure have.
And tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 10 with the Dolphins heading up to visit the Panthers. Now Manning, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Levante David. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jets set to take the field. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Manning. And he's hit and taken down. Eli sacked. Gerald McCoy in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On 3rd and long, it's Manning. And And this is going to be incomplete.
Second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up, but they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. Pulled in at the 24. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. A first down throw for Winston. And he fires one incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Now Martin. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 3-4 defense, usually here you'll see the linebackers come up, make those plays, but the nose tackle also vital.
Well, it's so vital because what you just pointed out, normally he eats up blockers that allows the linebackers to get to the ball carrier. In this case, he did his job and then some, and there was no gain at all for the runner.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Ready? Blue ready.
From the gun, Winston. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the 2nd quarter in Detroit. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. New York set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
first throw for the backup Lynch. And this is caught by Kearse. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jermaine Kearse, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. They run. Martin. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Doug Martin, 76 yards. And this Buccaneer offense is running away with this one. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
On first down, it's Lynch. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit at the 41-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Throwing here, Lynch on first down. And this is incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Elsewhere on this Sunday in the NFL, they're in the second quarter in Detroit. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Second and 10, it's Lynch again. It's caught by Quincy Enunwa. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. Lynch now throwing on third. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On second down, here's Lynch. Airing one deep for Curse. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes.
You're looking there at a defensive back who's maybe a step slower than he was when he came into the league a decade ago. I know I questioned his speed coming into the game, but what he's lost in speed, he's more than made up for it with intellect. And that's a great job of knowing how to position himself to make that interception.
On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter in Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Following the interception, Winston to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused.
Must have.
It had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
They run again on first down, Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Motion man, watch 12, watch 12. Ready, white 25, single receiver.
Now Jameis on second down. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Darren Lee. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Let's go now. Blue lady. 3 down. Hey, check.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Well, this is caught by Jackson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
Well, that was a Deshaun Jackson special, wasn't it? Deep downfield for a big play. But truthfully, if he catches it short, he can turn it into a long gainer, can't he?
Just such a big play receiver last year. 17.9 yards per catch, and that was tied for the league lead.
He's going to open up the offense in a big way in Tampa.
Ready.
Martin. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Watch time. Tight end ready. Blue lady. No. 3 down.
Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. The Bucs on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. Blue lady. White. Flip it. Kill. Easy. Catch it.
And the back goes into motion.
Check nickel.
On third down, Winston. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Fresh set of downs here.
Ready. We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Jameis to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Darren Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8.
Ready.
Second down, Winston. Jackson's got it over the middle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Ready.
First down, Winston. Eluding into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darren Lee picks it, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Around the NFL, second quarter in Indianapolis. That is now a 2-touchdown game with the Steelers in the driver's seat. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we send you now to Orlando and our Tiburon studios, where Larry Ridley's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
All right, here we go. Good. No, check.
Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
82's moving. Now let's go.
Now Lynch on first down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Past the 20, 10, and it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They stay on the ground. Forte again. Forte first down and more. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39.
All right, I've got to be careful here. All right, he's on the plus side of 30. There may be a little gray in the beard, but that's not slowing down his feet as far as he's concerned.
What he's saying, I'm on the plus side of 30.
Well, if you're on the plus side of 30, you don't know what I'm on the plus side of. All I know is that run right there let us know there's still some life in those legs.
Absolutely. Still got a lot of life left in those legs. They'll throw on first down with Lynch. Dumps off to Powell. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. Out of the gun, Lynch. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, pass the sticks, first down. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, I guess we're at the stage here where they wouldn't say no to any points, but I don't think field goals are what they're looking for here in the second half.
I don't either, Brandon. When you're down as much as they are, that's the sign of a head coach waving the white flag to me.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They start the drive with Martin. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They set up the screen to Martin. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Winston now. And that is incomplete. Big O.J. Howard, his intended target. And now it's 3rd down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Jameis again. Bringing it in. Jackson left side. They give him 12 yards and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Here's Martin. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Ready. Blue ready. Ready. 3 down. 3 down. Easy. Hey, 80's yours. 80's yours.
Here's Winston. And he slings one that's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have, it's chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Elsewhere, NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now in Tennessee. It's the Bengals hoping to pull off a bit of a shocker. They lead in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Winston. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there this time, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Now it's Lynch, and he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. And the Bucs with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. From the gun, it's Lynch. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. And they'll indeed go for it with Lynch. And down he goes. A buck. Air sack. And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Let's go now. Alert, alert. Sonny. Three there. Check three. Easy. White 25.
And off comes to Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and 11. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Easy. Sonny. White 25.
Again, it's Martin. And he's got Rome. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. To throw is Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off by Morris Claiborne.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, first down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
first carry for Elijah McGuire. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
They've got to do a better job up front and create some space because they're right there, almost literally on their own goal line.
Just a couple of feet away from a safety. That could have been disastrous. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12.
Now let's go. Back there, Philly. Here we go.
Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3 and out, and they should be able to set up their guys with great field position, probably near midfield or better.
From Soldier Field, meanwhile, in Chicago, a 3rd quarter score. And that one is now a 2-touchdown lead for the Packers. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. First down. Here's the run with Martin. And no room that time. Getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
2nd down following the run. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Throwing, Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards for number 11.
Throw it long, it can be a big play. You throw it short, it can be a big play for Deshaun Jackson. Yards after catch, always a big part of his game.
Talking about speed, only Tyreek Hill was measured with a faster play last year than Deshaun Jackson, who hit 22.6 miles per hour on a touchdown versus the Cardinals in Week 13. Winston gives to the tailback, Martin. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run it again with Martin. And now loose football, fumble. Martin lost it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. 7 yards to go on 2nd down.
No. Check. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go. Blue, 90.
Out of the gun. Hackenberg throwing the slant pattern here, complete. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Hackenberg now to throw on first. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. They'll throw again. Hackenberg. A battle for it here, and this will be caught. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Hackenberg again. Steps away to his left. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Quincy Anoon with the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Throwing again, Hackenberg on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Jets on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. To the air again, Hackenberg. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. 1st down, Hackenberg. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Noah Spence able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. 2nd down, Hackenberg. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards. The offense operating inside the 10, and he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Bilal Powell, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. And that touchdown there, it's not going to get them a win. It makes things, though, a little more respectable.
Yeah, a little more palatable going out in this ball game. A little something to build on going into the next game, but it won't alter the final score.
And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
On second down, Martin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Winston with a give to Martin. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
This is our time. This is our time right here. Ready.
Carry number 20 here for Martin. There goes Martin, first down and more. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Time running out here on the play clock. They run with a fullback now. This is Dan Vitale. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Shift together here from the D-line. From the 4, it's 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. And he'll be well short of a first down as he's stopped again right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, but it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here.
Man left, man left.
The second down throw for Hackenberg. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. Give him 8 on the play, and just like that, it's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Hackenberg on 1st down. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Elsewhere, they're into the 4th at Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis. And the Colts have opened it up a bit, leading by 2 scores. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. On 2nd down, here's Hackenberg. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Levante David coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Detroit! Detroit! Now let's go! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! No, check! Patriots!
On 3rd down, Hackenberg. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now let's go! Blue line it! Blue line it! Over! Watch it now, Barney!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And able to find Curley. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it's good for a New York 1st down. To throw, Hackenberg escaping the pressure right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. From the gun, Hackenberg throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And that one is incomplete. It stops the clock now with 15 seconds remaining. And the seemingly endless drive continues. On 2nd down, Hackenberg again. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. Through an opening, and there he goes. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Jets, It was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll get a late bye next week, which might be coming at the right time. And they'll be back in action in Week 12. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Bucs are winners here as we say so long from Tampa.